A guide to navigating a juvenile deprived case in Wagoner. Few legal matters are more stressful than becoming involved in a juvenile deprived case. When the Oklahoma Department of Human Services, DHS, becomes involved with a family in Wagoner County, parents often feel overwhelmed, confused, and afraid about what may happen next. Many people do not understand the juvenile court system, the role of DHS, or what steps they need to take to protect their parental rights and work toward reunification with their children. Understanding how the process works can help families better prepare for the road ahead. 1. What is a juvenile deprived case? A juvenile deprived case generally begins when DHS investigates allegations that a child may be abused, neglected, unsafe, or without proper care. If DHS believes the child faces immediate danger, the agency may seek emergency custody and ask the court to remove the child from the home. Under Oklahoma law, deprived proceedings are handled through the Juvenile Division of the District Court. The court's primary focus is the child's safety and welfare, while also determining whether reunification with the parents can occur safely. The emergency removal stage. In many Wagoner County cases, the process begins with emergency removal of the child from the home. DHS may seek emergency custody after allegations involving abuse or neglect, drug or alcohol use, unsafe living conditions, domestic violence, failure to provide proper supervision, and serious medical neglect. After removal, the court generally conducts an initial hearing to determine whether the child should remain in DHS custody while the case proceeds. Parents are usually given notice of the allegations and the opportunity to appear before the court. The adjudication hearing. One of the most important stages of the case is the adjudication hearing. At this hearing, the court determines whether the child is legally deprived under Oklahoma law. DHS and the district attorney present evidence supporting the allegations, and the parents have the right to challenge the claims and present evidence in their defense. If the court adjudicates the child deprived, the case proceeds into the dispositional and reunification stages. Understanding the ISP. After adjudication, the court often orders an individualized service plan, commonly called an ISP. The ISP is one of the most important documents in the entire case because it outlines the conditions DHS believes must be corrected, the services parents must complete, the reunification goals, the visitation plan, and the steps necessary for the child's return home. The ISP must generally be individualized and based on the specific needs of the child and family. Oklahoma law requires that parents participate in developing the ISP whenever possible. Common requirements in an ISP. Every case is different, but parents in Wagoner County juvenile deprived cases are often required to complete parenting classes, drug and alcohol treatment, counseling or therapy, mental health evaluations, random drug testing, stable housing requirements, employment verification, domestic violence counseling, and supervised visitation. The court closely monitors progress toward completion of the ISP throughout the case. Regular review hearings. Juvenile deprived cases involve ongoing court supervision and repeated review hearings. Oklahoma law generally requires the court to review deprived cases regularly to evaluate the child's placement, parental progress, compliance with the ISP, and whether reunification remains appropriate. At these hearings, DHS provides updates to the court regarding the parent's compliance, visitation progress, and the child's status. Temporary rulings made during these hearings can significantly affect the future direction of the case. Reunification is often the initial goal. In many cases, the initial goal is reunification of the child with the parent. Oklahoma law encourages reunification when it can safely occur. The court may eventually order trial reunification, in which the child returns home while DHS continues to supervise and monitor. However, reunification generally depends on the parents successfully addressing the issues identified in the ISP and demonstrating that the child can safely return home. What happens if a parent fails the ISP? Failure to comply with the ISP can create serious consequences. If parents fail to complete required services or fail to make sufficient progress, the court may extend DHS supervision, continue foster placement, restrict visitation, change the permanency goal, and proceed toward termination of parental rights. Many parents underestimate how important early compliance becomes. Delays in beginning services can significantly affect the outcome of the case. Parents have important rights. Even though DHS cases are serious, parents still maintain important legal rights throughout the proceedings. Parents generally have the right to receive notice of hearings, have representation from an attorney, challenge DHS allegations, present evidence and witnesses, participate in ISP development, and cross-examine witnesses. Because deprived proceedings can eventually affect permanent parental rights, exercising these rights properly is extremely important. Kania Wagoner family law attorneys can help. Juvenile deprived cases in Wagoner County can quickly become emotionally and legally overwhelming. Parents often feel pressured by DHS investigations, repeated hearings, service requirements, and concerns about losing custody of their children. Because juvenile deprived cases move quickly and can permanently affect family relationships, parents facing DHS involvement should seek experienced legal guidance as early as possible. Call our team of custody and visitation attorneys at Kania Law, Wagoner attorneys at 918-283-7394 for a free consultation.